It is the UFC's number 14 ranked bantamweight Chris Gutierrez. And Chris, I know it wasn't a major move after the victory this past week, but what's it like when you see those updates come out and you're kind of slowly inching up that list, moving up the ranks?
Let me ask you this: why do you think it's not a big accomplishment? Why do you think it's not a big movement?
No, I think it's a huge accomplishment to be ranked in the top 15. I just meant that the movement itself was only one position versus like 3, 4, 5 spots or something like that.
Uh, I more look at it as like I kept my spot. That was more important than the situation that I was given. It wasn't a ranked opponent, so given the situation, it was basically like I was fighting for my spot. You know what I mean? I was fighting to keep my spot, and he was challenging me to take it, because that's what would have happened.
Yeah, 100%. People are always gunning for you in those positions. So I guess give me the sense of accomplishment. Then I know kind of what you went through. I had a chance to talk to Mark Montoya yesterday, and he talked about the challenges that you faced, whether you were willing to admit them or not. Obviously a change in schedule, a change in opponents, some challenges in camp. So to go out there and to face a tough guy like that and to win every round, how satisfied are you with that performance?
Oh, of course. Was able to implement some of the new things we've been working on, and I'm happy. Of course, I always want the finish. I'm always looking to to get a stoppage, but at this level, man, they don't just fall so easy anymore.
That's
So
the truth.
you got to break them down, and I felt that we did a good job of that. And I was able to show new things.
Yeah, obviously you show some new things. You show some things that we know that you're great at. Those leg kicks are nasty. I watched Alatengheili walk out of the cage, and the legs were lumpy, man. It was hard to look at. The guy's tough, that's for sure. So talk to me, man. What makes you so effective at that? I mean, is there a reason you're somehow just like naturally predisposed to being that good at just chopping somebody's legs to pieces?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just the way I'm built, the way I position myself when I'm fighting. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of all that. I think it's also genetically. I just genetically built like that, and also like I played soccer my whole life, so maybe the way I kick and somehow I combined the two a little bit, and it's almost like kicking a soccer ball in a way.
That's awesome. We think about the great Jose Aldo and the leg kicks that he had. Obviously, he was a big soccer fanatic as well. Maybe there's a connection there.
Maybe there is. I've thought about that before. That question is, I don't know. I think Mike Tyson said it the best. Some people are born punchers. I guess some people are born kickers. So.
You've certainly done a great job of it. So let's talk afterwards. You were very polite about it, but you did kind of say, "Hey, what am I doing on the prelims? Get me on a main card." Now, when I talked to Mark yesterday, he was a little bit more adamant. He was like, "Hey, I don't care if he'll say it. I'll say it. That was disrespectful. What are we doing down there?" So let me ask you, did you come in with a little chip on your shoulder, a little frustration of like, what am I doing down here on the prelims?
Yeah, absolutely, I did. And that was a conversation that I had with my coach and my team in private. Especially Friday, going before the fight, I did feel disrespected. I felt like when you win, they all love you, and the moment you lose, it's like, all right, back to the end of the line you go, and it's like, I took I took a loss. It wasn't like I took 5 in a row. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I took 3 in a row. It's especially in this sport, it's so unforgiving. You win 10 and you lose 1, and then people write you off. So yeah, hell yeah, I came in with a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. But I held all that in internally. That's what kind of fuels me and makes me who I am.
No doubt about it. Well, it was another impressive win. And then it was kind of a unique scenario, right? Because you get to celebrate, but then you're all in on Jonathan Martinez at that point, right? I mean, you're shifting all your focus there. You want to see your brother win. What's that like for you, right? Because I'm sure you want to celebrate that moment and enjoy your accomplishment. But at the same time, it's like your attention immediately shifts to his goal and what he's got to take care of as well, right?
Yeah, I think that just shows the brotherhood that me and him have first and foremost, and then the camaraderie that we all have at the gym. I did. I worked hard. I faced a lot of, I battled a lot of personal demons and going into this camp. And once I got the win, that was good. That was my satisfaction. And to be able to grow, in those moments, I felt like I won without even getting my hand raised at the moment. So that's why my shift was like, okay, no, we both came out here to fight. At that moment in time, we went 1-0, and so he was still waiting in the wings. And so I don't know, to not put attention back on him, I felt would be like disrespect,
Absolutely. Well, you guys both got the job done in impressive fashion. Now, another question I had for Mark was like, hey, are you worried that the UFC is going to try to put these guys together? And he said, that ain't happening. Don't you worry about that. These two are not fighting. But are you worried at all that you might have to deal with that? I mean, you look at your division, you don't have to look very far. You look at like Aljamain Sterling, Merab Dvalishvili, two brothers, two friends that the UFC has kind of tried to hint that they should fight at some point. Are you worried at all that the UFC is going to come to you and say, like, guys, you got to fight?
No, you can't buy me. There's just some things that are not for sale. And my friendship, my brotherhood, my loyalty that I have with Jonathan and Coach, you can't put a price on that. So I personally think that's a disrespectful question, to be honest. But I'm not going to cuss you out, which is what I want to do, to be honest. But I'm not.
I mean, you certainly can. I mean, it's no disrespect, Chris. To be honest, I respect the fact that you're willing to say that. I actually respect the fact that you take a stand and say that. I ask only because I know the UFC sometimes might say, well, we don't know about that brotherhood. What, they might just suggest a matchup, not to suggest that you should actually fight.
No, I get it. It's just, just we come from nothing. We're trying to make some dreams come true. And then, for that question to be, well, you two might have to cross paths. We're, like Coach said, it's crazy that we're both in the top 15 right now, and everything that he said, like I said, it's the answer is no. Would never fight.
Yeah, no. I can appreciate that. I certainly wouldn't want you to. And I'll go back to my original question. I know you said, hey, it's a big accomplishment. You talked about defending your spot, but that's why I was asking, I guess. I mean, is it cool for you to look at a list and be like, look at this, man. I'm in the top 15 in the world. Like I said, you had to defend your turf. You didn't get to move up, but you get to look on there and say, I'm in the top 15 in the world at what I do. Is that cool to you? I mean, is that special to you?
Yeah, it is. Right, but this is the path we chose, and I wouldn't change it. But yeah, to answer your question, it is like living in a dream. Every day we get to wake up and pursue this dream, and we get to rub elbows with other great fighters. Brandon, who's about to be fighting for the belt, and all people along those lines. I live in a dream, man. It's like I said, a couple of years from now, if you would have asked me, do you see yourself in the UFC? Do you see yourself breaking the top 15? To be honest, man, as much confidence as I had in myself, I would have said no, because I did the trajectory that I was going. I didn't see myself in that position, and to be there now, man, it's kind of yeah, it means a lot for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, well, let's talk about it, man. Is there celebration? Is there downtime? Is there vacation? Are you back in the gym? What does a post-fight week look like for you and the plans moving forward?
Oh, man, I want to go visit my family down in Texas, my parents. I haven't got to see them. I haven't got to see my brothers. Just want to go down there and be with them, spend time with my lady. And yeah, I'm simple. I don't do all that, all the extra partying, and I just, I get back to training. But for right now, I just want to visit my family and recover a little bit,
I was gonna ask, is it hard to keep you out of the gym? Are you one of those guys that like they got to tell you to stay away, or are you able to unplug a little bit?
No, I'm not good at unplugging at all. It's a weird thing, man. Like when I don't go to the gym, I feel like I gain weight by the day. It's so weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. It's just, and I feel worthless. I feel worthless right now. It's different because like I'm a little hurt. You know what I mean? And the weight cut and everything. You know, you're just trying to get back on a regular schedule, eat the food that you were deprived from. But I mean, yeah, to answer your question, it is hard to keep me out of the gym. But for right now, I'm hurt, so I know, I'm a little banged up. I wouldn't be able to be much help at the gym. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's the intelligence. That's handling like a professional. All right, man. Well, listen, I'll let you go, get to those plans, enjoying the family, enjoying the lady, and I appreciate the time. Last thing I'll ask you, I guess, I mean, like you said, you got back in the win column, you defended the spot, you're calling for a main card spot, which you definitely deserve. Is there a schedule? Is there an opponent? Like, when do you think we see you next? Is any of that, do you have an answer for any of that yet?
No, I think, beginning of next year, January, February, March time. Who? I don't know. Maybe the winner of Rob Font and Figgy, or we'll see. I can call them now, but we don't. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see.
I love it. That's a good suggestion.
I don't know. Maybe Ricky Simon or the winner of Bautista. I don't even know what order they're in, or what they're ranked. But we'll see.
I love it. Those are all exciting matchups. The great thing is you're in a division full of amazing matchups. So hopefully you get another one of those ones with a number in front of you this time. You get to fight up instead of down.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Awesome. Well, Chris, congratulations on another great performance back in the win column, and we look forward to seeing what comes next.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the opportunity.